Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4s. We are playing with the Kaiserreich mod as the Commune of France. Alright, so before we get started, I'd like to mention that here on Friday night we're going to be streaming. We'll be streaming the Jurassic World Evolution game. So obviously that might not be something that you're into, but both my wife and I will both be streaming on that. It's going to be 9 p.m. Mountain Time. That's going to be on Twitch. Just want to let you guys know, just in case you want to stop by and say hello, or if you happen to be watching that series and you missed our announcements on those videos. So yeah, let's go and get started. First thing I wanted to do is show casualties, because somebody actually asked about this, how the casualties are looking. So if you look at us, we've lost 237,000. We kind of briefly looked at this in the last episode when we lost all those troops over there to the Canadian fleet. The British have lost 534,000. If you look at the numbers here, they're a lot worse now than they were, but we are still in the win column here. Just seeing other countries that have lost a lot: Spain 221, Italy 214. Yeah, it looks like Mexico's lost a few as well. Looking at the Entente side, Portugal 158. Commonwealth of Canada has lost the bulk of the troops here with 724,000. Of course, West Indies Federation, they've lost 418, and 184 for Cuba. So yeah, overall, we're winning the casualty war, but yeah, it's still been quite devastating overall for our side, considering the fact that Germany's our real enemy, and so taking so many casualties in this war with the Entente is probably not a good thing. So let's go to get started. My wife is going to be calling soon, so you'll probably hear it. HiJynx is going to be calling about a movie. We're going to watch a movie tonight, Redbox. We're like way behind our movie watching because we just don't have the time to watch movies anymore. So yeah, we're like way behind. There's like 20 movies that have come out in the last, like, I don't know, 2 months that we haven't seen yet. We've seen a couple of the new movies that come out on Blu-ray, but yeah, just haven't seen a lot of them. And keep in mind, guys, that we don't really go to the movie theaters anymore because we just can't. Unfortunately, we can only do it during the day when the kids are at school, and of course it's summertime, so they can't, and we just don't have the money either. So I was thinking about going to war here with the Swiss, but I don't know, guys. This would be a challenging conflict. Remember, we'll be in the mountains. We got to create a whole new army to come over here and do this. I think it's going to be really bad. It's going to be a really, really challenging fight, I think, if we get involved in this. I'm interested to see what Germany does next. And we can always form the claim against them and not use it. We have the political power, which, by the way, speaking of political power, let's go and take care of this while I'm remembering it. I wanted to go and increase our occupation policy so we get more resources. Maybe not all the way, because remember, we do get manpower, though it's not a lot. But also, we don't really have the troop numbers for... okay, for the resistance growth. Yeah, we don't have the troop numbers for that resistance growth. So let's just we'll do harsh here. We'll do harsh on all these, actually. Let's go harsh all the way through, because we have the political power. That's normally the reason why I don't want to do this. And you'll notice that they have changed the numbers here in the mod. So it shouldn't be too costly for us. It looks like it's going to be... Oh, actually, it will be quite costly. It's going to be 1.29. That's a bit more than I was expecting, actually. So we would be going into the negative. I don't really actually want to go that far in the negative. You know what? It's probably fine for a little while. We'll do this for right now. And what do we have of Portugal's territory? I guess they have their island there. And that's pretty much it. We have the land here. Let's take a look if it's even worth doing that for Portugal. It looks like all of that went to Spain. I don't think it's worth taking the hit. It's probably not a big hit what we're getting from Portugal, but I don't even think it's worth it at all. So let's go ahead and put them back onto the gentle, and everybody else can be on harsh. See if that makes a difference. It makes a small difference. We'll leave this like this for a little while, just so we can get more resources, more factories, all that kind of good stuff. Maybe we'll be able to trade for a little bit less. I don't know. The factories might take up what we're getting here. So let's go ahead and make use of their factories while we have them. Just taking a look at what we currently need. Motorized and, medium tanks. Interesting. All right, and also anti-tanks. All right, I think we've been pulling back on it. Nope, we've been pumping into anti-tanks, actually. Let's go to 5 times here. And we'll put a couple more into the anti-tanks. And then we're also going to want to do a few more into the motorized as well, and then the medium tanks as well. Where they at? Right there. All right, excellent. And there's something else I wanted to do. Oh, yes. Well, we got to assign this dockyard first. But I remember what it is, guys. So just give me a second. We're going to do it. So the battleships, yeah, they're still out of date here. What we're going to do is let's place this into the carriers here. And then we're going to go ahead and get these assigned so that they'll all pump into this once they're done. And there's my wife calling. You had to call and let me know what movies we have in the red box. See what we wanted to get. We're gonna get Blade Runner, the new 2049 or something. I don't know the exact date for that. But yeah, we haven't actually seen it, guys. So let's go ahead and trade with the Brits. Hey, we haven't seen that yet. That's one of the many movies that we haven't seen. It's pretty bad, guys. We're way behind. I'm talking about like months and months behind of movies that'll come out on Blu-ray that we have not yet seen. So we're gonna watch Blade Runner. Should be good. All right. Some people thought it was boring. But I don't know, there's because it's one of those more intelligent movies, I guess, make you think. A lot of people don't like those. So what we're doing here, we're talking about declaring war on the Swiss. It's going to be a tough fight because it's in the mountains, and they have a lot of troops, man. We're going to get the help of the Italians here. Is it worth it, though? I mean, I guess there's aluminum here. Aluminum's always helpful. And also the resources, that did not help us at all on the resources, guys, which I'm a little bit surprised with. That, yeah, it didn't help us at all. Unfortunately, but we did get the factories, we did get the dockyards. I think we're going to attempt to, we got the political power. Let's just justify our goal. If we don't use it, we don't use it. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's going to be 195 days, so we have plenty of time to build up for it. We probably will want to start getting an army moving over there. I'm just trying to find if we have any mountain troops kind of sitting around here. It looks like we do not really. We have the one mountain division here, and I don't want to pull them out. So we'll have to use mountain troops that we have here. Obviously, we're going to need more troops. So let's go ahead and get this started, guys. We need more cavalry. I was waiting to get the MPs for them. Speaking of some adjustments we can make here to save ourselves. Artillery is a major problem we keep having with total with our production. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these and get maintenance companies. I wanted to get those anyways. Obviously, they'll help us save some of the medium tanks, so we don't have as many destroyed here. And in addition to that, you also get to get more equipment from your victories, so I shouldn't think that should be helpful. So let's go and save this. I think we need to make them elites. We might do that with the. I mean, I guess if everybody's elites, then nobody's elite is the way you should look at that. You know what? I think we are gonna just leave them on default. So let's go ahead and save this. All right, excellent. What we could do is just make these guys the reserves. We'll do that with the Garde Nationale as well. All right, so we're going to change those guys up, and then what we're going to do is let's get these guys moved so that we now know that nobody's elite. If we made anybody elite, you'd make the wood frogs, which, speaking of wood frogs, let's go and train some of those up. I know I was waiting for one of the other division types, special forces division types, but I really want to invade. If we're going to invade Switzerland, then we're going to want as many mountain troops as we can get. I think that'd probably be smart. All right, what else can we get building here? I know we're short on a lot of medium stuff here. Yeah, we can't even build anymore. How about, nope, can't build any more of those. Okay, that's fine. What can we do here? We can get some more cavalry. I think we should go ahead and get more cavalry because you can tell that we're running kind of short on the cavalry guys. In fact, let's not even, you know, we can throw them in the training army, it's fine. Let's throw them in here. I don't know if we'll even allow them to train, but yeah, let's go ahead and get, oh, I don't know. We don't have any equipment. We're like short on everything. Yeah, even infantry equipment we're short on. Well, that's unfortunate. Oops, my bad. Let's do, how are we looking? We have 10. Let's do 10 more then. It'll be a slow build, guys. I did not know we were hurting that bad on infantry equipment, but yep, we are extremely short on infantry equipment. So let's go ahead and switch gears, start building more infantry equipment. I do not like having such a shortage of that. Also, I noticed that there's a few things here that we could probably pull from that we don't need as many, like the light self-propelled artillery would probably be wise. We have a lot of fighters as well. I kind of don't want to pull too much from them, but we'll do one factory from there. And then what else do we kind of have stacked up here? I don't think we have anything stacked up at the moment. Right now, we're kind of hurting on just about everything. Yep, there's nothing that we're doing great on. Okay, that's fine. We're building more military factories, and those can go into the infantry equipment. Let's go and turn it up to speed 4 here. Eventually, we're going to want to create the division here. I think what we might do, we could just throw some of these monster units into it if we wanted to. I don't know if we'll use the Purple Army. They're not going to do so well in that terrain. But you know what? They could do okay coming this way. I don't think they're part of a faction or anything. No, they're not part of a faction. Nobody's guaranteeing them. And hold up, we got Lend-Lease here offer that we want to accept. Hell yeah, I'll take your stuff. And we got our light cruisers done. That is excellent news. I think we actually have to start getting those built, but I think we're going to work on the light cruiser 3s and just not even bother with the 2s. Let's just get the 3s going, guys. Just skip over the 2s. And it's fine, we don't really have a lot of dockyards anyways, so it makes sense to wait. We'll have more dockyards when we finish researching that. Hopefully, I think we're building a few at the moment. Taking a look at what we're currently building. Actually, we're not working on any dockyards. Let me just take a look at where we're at on dockyards. I guess we can get 2 more dockyards. Why not? We'll play some over here. And tick this down to the bottom. We did get our radar, improved radar here. We got that because it was cheaper. So what we're going to want to do, or it's more expensive actually, and we were getting that research bonus, so we wanted to use that for the research bonus there, and we'll go ahead and get the encryption. It's only 70 days. Should be able to knock that out pretty quick. And just we need to keep on following our troops here. It just sucks that we lost all those troops. I know I'm super salty about it. I've talked about it like a million times. I've already stated it. How irritated I am that we lost those troops. It was really out of incompetence, because if I would have seen that the Canadians I thought we had destroyed most of the Entente fleet. So I was pretty confident that we didn't have to worry about them. As long as we had our ships over here protecting them, I thought they'd be fine. But I didn't realize how much of a navy they actually had, how many capital ships they had left. So yeah, it did end up not going so well for us. Let's go and merge all these guys. We got quite the fleet building up over here. What we'll probably end up doing is moving them over to here, kind of changing up what we have. Yeah, let's just move them now. And let's just take a look, or we could wait until they finish building as well. I think they're currently on hold right now, or finish repairing. Yeah, because we'll have more ships by that point. So let's just stay in here for right now, and we'll deal with it later. And what I wanted to do is take some of those newer ships and put it in our large fleet, because I think getting that fleet as good as possible is going to be helpful. So let's go ahead and do the medium anti-tanks. It's 33 days away. We just got our dockyards finished up over here. I'm guessing we finished. Yes, we did finish building that battleship there, and it did leave a surplus of 1 dockyard here. Let's just go ahead and place it into... Oh, let's do the destroyers, guys. I know convoys are rather short. We should be pumping probably a little bit more into convoys, but I think it's all right, guys. And how are we looking at our resources? Once again, short on the chromium here. All right, well, it does hurt our battleships, so I don't want to, even for -2, I want to trade for that. Oh, yes, and we actually have outdated equipment. I'm so used to the ships being the outdated equipment that just used to that being there. So let's go and get our light tanks moving up to level 3. We're going to get all those upgraded. Should be a lot better. That is going to cost us an oil, though, so that's unfortunate. Luckily, the Brits actually do have a bit of oil for us to trade for. How much do we need? Okay, we're good to go. All right, excellent. So I'm not going to change just yet, guys, but I have been thinking about it, changing over from export focus, just for the resources, so we don't have to trade so many of our civilian factories. I'm just trying to get as much of a research bonus as we can, though, for as long as we can. So once we start closing in on some of the final techs, I think we're going to move. So we got synthetic resources, national focus finish. That's a nice research bonus for those synthetic resources techs. So we can use it on the oil, because obviously I think that's something we're going to want to get. We're having some oil problems, and I'm tired of trading for them. So we could make a demand to Germany, but I'm not quite ready to go to war with them just yet. I was hoping to get the Entente knocked out. I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't think it would be a bad idea to work on some of this other stuff here. Especially getting like our... Yeah, look at all this stuff we can get here. I'm just trying to see what we might want to get. So this is Ace Generation. Chance 25%. Women are allowed to become military pilots. These are air bases. More research bonuses, which we're going to want to get before 1944. Okay. Just taking a look here. It's a Navy experience. I think getting those dockyards at the very least would be good to get. Looks like either one of those are ones that we're currently going for. Okay, we can also get those coastal ports. That'd be helpful for any naval invasions that the Germans might launch against us. Seeing what this is, convoy raiding efficiency. So this is going down a different... Neither one of these is going down the route we went. This is essentially for like battleships. Yeah, a lot of battleships. Of course, you get your screens as well. So it's not completely useless to us. Also heavy cruisers. So it's not completely useless. But it's not the way we went, which was focusing on carriers. And of course, this is more submarines, like the historical German tree here. So yeah, neither one of those are that great. I think we're just going to come down here to the dockyards. Let's get the dockyards first. Also build some naval bases up. Where's that at? Oh, okay. So build some naval bases as well. We're going to get this, get that Navy experience, get those convoys, and then we'll get the dockyards. And then we'll probably move over to the air branch, or we'll declare war on Germany, or make demands of them. I don't know. We'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see where we're at that point. Remember, they are quite powerful. and they just continue getting more and more powerful. This is our end game boss right here. I was hoping to have the Entente defeated by the time we go to war with them, but I don't know if we will or not, especially if we're over here talking about declaring war on Switzerland. We'll just have to see, guys. Where are we at on getting these troops trained up here? All right, still going to be a while. Is that the last? Yeah, that is the last Red Army divisions that need to be changed up. All right, that's fine. No, okay, we never finished our medium tanks. I was like, do we need to make any experience adjustments for the medium tanks? But that's right, we never actually got any of them done training. Okay, so we do need to create an army down there. And what I'm thinking is we're probably going to have to use... We could always move some of the tanks, replace some troops over here on the blue front. And move some of the tanks over there. I just don't think sending a bunch of tanks into Switzerland is going to be a good move. I think it's going to be an incredibly stupid move. It's going to be very costly for us. We need more infantry. So, yeah, we might do something about that. Let me just take a look here. What we might want to do. How many tanks do we have in here? We only have 3 tanks. I think what we'll do is throw some of these tanks in that blue army once we get these guys finished up training here. There we go. We got them done already. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to throw these guys into the blue army and then take some of those blue army divisions, just a couple of them, and move them over to our purple army. And we will use the purple army, I suppose, because it's the only army we have, guys. I don't want regular infantry in this army when we attack Germany, but for Switzerland, it'll work, guys. So let's go ahead and have them get their planning bonus here. Go ahead and move on over there, and we'll pump more troops over there as we get them. One of these medium tanks will probably go over that blue army, and we'll pull a infantry division off of it. So give a little bit more infantry to them, plus we'll get those 2 mountain divisions. We should get a fairly large army going, guys, into Switzerland, but it's probably not going to be large enough, if I'm being honest. So we can use, oh, not quite 1943, never mind. We'll have to wait to get that. That's fine. That'll be a nice bonus when we get to that point. As far as other techs that we're going to need to get here, well, we do need decryption. We have not moved very far down on the air doctrines. War is looming with the Germans, so we probably should go ahead and get our carrier planes. Let's actually do the carrier naval bombers first. So we'll get those research in here and hopefully get all of our carrier planes upgraded so that we can do better against the German fleet. I don't know if the Germans have carriers. I think they're originally in the beginning of the game they're oriented towards a more battleship type fleet. What happened over here? Oh, yeah, we have submarines out there. I didn't even realize we still had submarines out there patrolling. Okay, I guess they've been sinking convoys and stuff. Well, all right, we'll take that. But yeah, what I was saying is I think they're more oriented towards the battleships and not the carriers. But they can always change that. As the game progresses, they could always go a different route and decide to focus more on the carriers. Let's go ahead and get the light cruisers stuff done now. Really putting a huge focus on our tanks, guys. We got all those bonuses to tanks. So that's why we got them. Let's go and throw these guys in the purple army. And then get that last division here going into the blue army. And then we'll just take one of these infantry guys. It doesn't matter who. And then he's going to come on over here to the purple army as well. We now have 13 divisions in the purple army. I thought we'd have a bit more. Maybe I'm misjudging. Okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine, guys. We'll probably take one of those mediums, throw them in the blue army. Maybe we'll probably take both of those and throw those in the blue army, actually. What we're probably going to go and do, because I think we'll have the war goal here soon, is just take a look. When do we get it? 16th of September. Okay, so since that's not that far away, let's go ahead and take the blue army troops that we want to put over there, which is just going to be 2 regular divisions. That's a red army. My bad. Is the red army guys done yet? No, not yet. Still taking their sweet-ass time getting that done. We could take the mountain division off. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take the mountain division off of here. It's fine, guys. I'm not too concerned about it. And then let's go ahead and take the blue army here, get 2 more of their divisions, and throw them over here as well. Since this war is going to be happening pretty soon, we want to make sure that we're prepared for that. And we'll just take both of those armies and both of those divisions, throw them into the blue army when they're finished training here. So this is what we got, 16 divisions, guys. Unless we get some more troops finished training here, which none of them really look like they're close to being done. Unless we get some of these guys finished up in time for the war, I don't see us having much more divisions than this. It's probably just gonna be 16. So it's probably gonna be a rough fight, guys. Do we really need that at the moment? That's the reason why I was questioning whether we even wanted to do this, because it's just like, is this what we need right now? Is another enemy here? However, I don't want to just be sitting around not doing nothing, and we can't attack Canada yet. I don't feel confident because we haven't destroyed their navy just yet. So let's get these 60% locations building some military factories for us. All right, there we go. Maybe one more. We'll build right there. There's a lot of spots on there. We got one right there as well. All right, that'll work. That should keep them busy for a while. I noticed that we have all of our ports built up here in the Azores, which means that we should be building our fleet pretty rapidly. It looks like the fleet is already deployed. All right, so they're back out and fighting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them back for just a second. Because, yeah, I want to do something with them. So we're going to bring them on over to their base. We're going to bring this fleet over here as well. And we're just going to merge all these and kind of redo them. Because there's a lot of more modern ships here that I'd like to get into our main fleet. This is the main fleet that we have here. Just taking a look at their capacity. That fleet actually does have room on the capacity. I think what was being taken up there, I think that was an allied fleet. We obviously can't put all of these ships in here. But yeah, I think we could get a bit more than what we had. We might be able to get a whole 80 ships. I'm really trying to rock with the larger fleet, guys. Oh, we got the air controller. Nice. I didn't realize we had that. All right. Earn that maybe in that Canadian battle. Maybe that's another advantage of the Canadian battle. So what we want to go ahead and do is take one of the carriers out. We could also take some battleships out, I suppose, as well. Just looking here, which ones we'd want to get rid of. Probably just some ones. I don't know how many we need to get rid of. We'll get rid of one for right now. Also want to get rid of the carrier, if I can find them. Let's get rid of that carrier ones. And then we also, the heavy cruisers got to go. Let's get rid of both heavy cruisers. And we have a ton of destroyers that we don't need that many. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of the ones. All the ones anyway. Any ones I find have got to go. Want this to be the best fleet that we can make. There we go. So that's might be past the point that we can repair them. Let's take a look and see how it looks with the 15 battleships, because I noticed we had room. All right, so they should be leaving here. They're still based in the Azores, so we need to fix that. We'll have them move over there, and then we'll see what the fleet capacity looks like now here. All right, it hasn't reacted yet to the fact that we moved that fleet. Maybe they got to get to the other port, perhaps. So we can see we're at 78 ships right now, which is 3 more than we had before. I think those are 3 battleships that we added there, so it might be too much. Let's go with decryption. 105 days is when we'll get that. And we already have a good sized fleet here building up. I mean, 14 ships, that's not bad to start out with. Let me just see here. Why are we still at capacity, man? Yeah, I'm like confused. Go back in there. There we go. We do have room for all these. This will work, guys. Yeah, I like this. 15 battleships, 1 battlecruiser, 8 light cruisers, 50 destroyers, and 4 carriers. I might put 2 more light cruisers in there once we get them built up, and there'll be more modern ones as well. Let's go and get the search and destroy started. Really, I don't really care about. Yeah, we gotta fight them, guys. I wonder if we can get. I'm going like so. Yeah, I think this will work, guys. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's go and have them just patrol down this coast here. Try and sink anything they can find. Trade with the Russian state was terminated due to low trade influence. So I'm guessing the Germans has something to do with that agreement that they made with them. And yeah, now the Russians don't want to trade with us anymore. That's unfortunate, but it does seem that we're actually got a surplus on our oil right now. So we can stop trading with somebody. Yeah, Romania isn't going to be an enemy soon, so we'll start trading with them. And I think that's all we can actually do right now. Okay, it looks like it didn't really affect us much. All right, awesome. So we got our infantry anti-tanks. Let's go ahead and get, where are we at, 1942? Well, let's improve our mountain infantry. Yeah, I think we should, guys. Let's go and get it. Let's improve the mountain infantry, although I think I did finish all these, right? Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. We're going to go get the mountain infantry improved because we are starting to use them a lot. They're kind of our main special forces that we're working on right now. So it'd be good to make them awesome. Let's continue building. Well, all right, let's go ahead and work on carriers. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I'm trying to get this up to the point where it has 4 carriers as well as this fleet. Okay, so they're going to try and get that Canadian fleet sunk. Try and get revenge for what they did to our infantry. So frustrating. So let's go ahead and change these guys up. Get those 3s out there. Just taking a look at what we're still short. Really short on the infantry equipment. So we might want to, yeah, I think we're going to pull from some stuff. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can pull from. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's pull from, because I want infantry equipment. Yeah, we're really going to start focusing on that. We're pretty good on artillery, but I want to build that up a bit. So that's okay where we're sitting right now. It looks like anti-tanks is looking pretty good as well. Yeah, it's starting to look a lot better. So I got every button but the one I wanted, didn't I? So let's just go ahead and tick down the anti-tanks a bit as well. You know what? We can actually pull down quite a bit. Let's just go to 10 here. And then we're going to go ahead and get, we can pull from the mechanized as well. So we're going to pull from them a bit. Just all trying to get it going towards that infantry equipment. All right, it's looking pretty good, but right now the efficiency is quite low, unfortunately. All right, I think we're good. Oh, we have more military factories. My bad. I didn't realize we still had military factories. All right, well, let's go ahead and tick them into the infantry equipment since that's what we're really short on. That's what's going to delay us as far as getting troops trained up and whatnot. These guys are currently done training. Let's just go ahead and take them off here. Take these medium tanks, throw them into that blue army. And the light tanks will throw them into there as soon as we get somebody done training. Though we could go ahead and pump them out now, especially all these guys. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. What we'll do is we'll take them up to 15 here and then just deploy all of these ones. All right, excellent. Does anybody else close? Not really. All right, so let's go and get these guys training again and take that light tank and throw them in the blue army. The blue army now has a lot more armored units. Which I did want to get them armored a bit more than they were. Looks like we sunk a light cruiser. Excellent. And whoa. Norway has just joined in the war against us. Huh. Okay. Interesting. We sunk another carrier there. We're really starting to fuck their navy up. Revenge, guys. Revenge. Huh. Okay. Well, we could work on an invasion of them. Get them knocked out. The conflict. Yeah, that would probably make a lot of sense. Yeah, they joined the Entente. I don't know. I guess it was a national focus or something like that. All right, yeah, maybe. Well, we got to deal with Switzerland first because we're already working on this. We get this in September. I know it's a few months away, but yeah, I don't want to pull the troops off. Remember, that's going to be a temporary claim. We won't have it forever. And I'd like to get it done with so that we can start building up the forts here along the border with Germany. And that is going to make a much larger border that we have to defend. That's okay. We're going to try and get 3 armies on the border, so it should mean that we can double up a bit more. So we're getting the dockyards, guys. That's what we need here. And we actually have a dockyard to assign as well. So let's go ahead and place this into the, let's do the destroyers, destroyer 3s. Get some more of those built. Probably start focusing on destroyers a little bit less as we get the light cruisers. I think we're researching those right now. Taking a look at what we did to their fleet. Oh, wow. Nice. All right, so that's like a significant portion of their fleet. Those are the larger ships as well. Looks like they might only have, well, they probably might have a few capital ships, but I think mostly what they have is submarines, guys. I'm really excited to see what they're doing with submarines. They're changing up the whole naval combat, obviously, in the DLC, and I really like what I'm seeing, guys. Let's go and put these guys in here. We are done with this army. Yeah, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing, what they're working on. The oil, obviously, is going to drastically change things. One of the things they said is going to change is the fact that armor is going to be, you're going to need to deploy it a little bit more strategically because, obviously, you got to provide them oil. So it's going to make infantry better. It's going to buff infantry. With right now, there's really not much of a reason to use infantry outside of certain places that have, rougher terrain. That's really the only reason to use infantry. And then the fact that they're cheaper to produce. You don't need all that really expensive equipment, the tanks. That's the main reason why you use infantry. But and then in a late game, and we saw this in the Soviet campaign, that you just don't need them. I mean, we were at the point we weren't even producing infantry anymore because there's no reason to. We were just getting armor units. And just like supporting them with mechanized, motorized, and the only thing you use infantry for, like I said, is certain terrains. So we're gonna go and get the fighters. We want to go ahead and upgrade these carrier bombers as well. And I'm fine with the amount of factories that we currently have, and though it does seem like they're a little bit short. Let me just take a look and see if they are. It seems they're all right. Okay. Medium tanks is still short, as is infantry equipment. Infantry equipment is actually a lot worse because of all those troops that we have building here. So let's go up to 25. All factories are going into infantry equipment for right now. And then, of course, the medium tanks, we need more of those as well. I feel okay with where we're at right now, though. Is there anything else that we're really surplused on that we can pull from? Light self-propelled artillery is the only thing I'm seeing. And I guess mechanized as well. Okay, so that's what we'll pull from. Mechanized and light self-propelled artillery. Well, never mind. They only have 3. Yeah, they only have 3, so there's no point. And I think they're upgrading right now. All right, so we won't do that. We'll do mechanized, though. We'll pull from mechanized just a bit. To get it going to the infantry equipment, because we need more infantry equipment, more guns, guys. We don't have anywhere near enough. So this is... Let me just see here. We got mountain infantry too. Excellent. So that should help our troops in the fight against Switzerland. I suppose we're going to want to go ahead and upgrade our mechanized. I think that would probably be wise. But yeah, just taking a look. I'm pretty sure we'll have... Yeah, we have planning bonuses for everybody. So we're going to have full planning bonus. We should probably go and assign our planes soon. I mean, it's only June. But I do want to make sure they're there. And remember, there's efficiency is now affected. Their efficiency is affected by how long they're there, assigned to the region, so that's something to consider. We did get light cruiser 3s. We don't have to worry about ships, I think, until 1944 now. I think we're done. Yeah, we got all the ones that we're currently using, so we're good to go on the ships. That's excellent news. What I want to go ahead and start working on is, I guess, air doctrines, although I know that we need to get... Yeah, we got to get artillery. Damn. Okay. Also, yeah, need to get support companies, too. Okay, let's get support companies then. We'll get not engineers. We're gonna get the field hospital 3s. I'll get that first. We have civilian factories open. Let's go ahead and build some more oil refineries. We'll probably focus here in the middle for right now. Build some more of those, and then we're also going to want to get probably more military factories. It's always the damn military factories that we need here. We'll start working on dockyards again later. Let's do the military factories first, though. I think that'd probably be wise. Hopefully we don't lose this region, because I'm all starting to build over here now. So, yeah, obviously we don't want to lose control of all this. And let's do probably more in the center here, because we're starting to run out of room for dockyards. And we need to build this fleet up, guys. Our fleet is just not even in comparison to the German fleet right now. We have 106 ships. They have probably around 200 ships. The British, of course, don't have much of a fleet either. They have 86 ships. The Spaniards have 5 ships. They're trying to rebuild their navy after losing the entire navy against the Entente. Italy, 3 ships. So, I mean, we're not going to get a lot of assistance from anybody but the British, but even the British and us combined cannot compare to the German fleet. So it's a problem. Hopefully a lot of them are in Asia. That's what I'm thinking. But we don't know. We have no idea where they're at. So we are now done with our army units. It's excellent news. And I guess we'll go ahead and start working on the artillery. And outfit equipment, that's right. Let's go ahead and get the tanks destroyers upgraded. Seems that we have some more naval battles here. Sunk 4 submarines there. Shot down a couple planes there. Okay, how are they looking on their fleet? That's what we're... Oh, damn. That's what we're waiting on to get the fleet destroyed. There's still 21 to 23 ships. There's still... It's dangerous enough where I wouldn't want to put convoys over there. And then... Yeah, I think we'll have the time, guys. Oh, what happened here? Okay, so this is just because the Commune here has conquered all of India. Well, good for them. So all of India is now in syndicalist hands. Now they are in their own faction, so that's something to think about. And these guys aren't in a faction just yet for whatever reason. They don't want to join our faction. So I think they have to do a national focus for it. Let me just see, what are they working on right now? Training Cambodian revolutionaries. Isn't it like just one thing they have to select here? Can they not get it yet? Okay, so this is for them to join. And they can't do it until we go to war with Germany. Okay, interesting. So once we go to war with Germany, then they can possibly join our faction. World tension's not above 50%? Huh. Okay, it looks like it's 40-something. They could also join this faction. They're not really going towards either one of these. But yeah, they could. Yeah, they're part of our... okay, I remember that. They're part of our tech group. But yeah, they could end up joining this faction if world tension goes above 50%, and they don't have to be at war with Germany or anything. So they might go for that one, which would be unfortunate because we've really been working on them, and I've been hoping to get them into the faction. But you know what? We just can't go to war with Germany just yet. We're not prepared. They're pretty powerful, and like I said, they're our end game boss. So there's no reason to hop into it too quickly because then we wouldn't have anything to do anymore. So let's get. I think we're good on infantry equipment for right now. I think that's enough factories with all the other stuff that we need. Just seeing here, I think we should go for the medium tanks. Let's do medium tanks, guys. Right, excellent. And just waiting on these monster troops here to get finished training, our devils. And we'll place them into the Purple Army, whoever finishes training. Hopefully we'll get some done before the war, but I don't know, guys. We're going to go up to speed 5, actually. Yeah, but I don't know if we'll actually be able to get those finished in time. I always like getting that nice political power right there. Very, very helpful. Nice having that. We are losing political power at the moment, which we don't want to let that tick down too far. I'm making use of everybody's factories here, but we don't want it to tick down too far, because then that's going to result in us not being able to annex territory, which would not be good because we won't have the political power for it. But right now we're pretty stacked on it, so I'm not too concerned. We could always make it so that we give back, I like having that steel and everything, but we could always give back some of the factories that we're getting from Sardinia. We can change that up if we so desired. I'm not going to give it to Italy until the war is over and we do a peace treaty and all that, because I can use them more effectively than they can. I know that they can use the manpower more effectively than us. But I don't see any reason to give them all those factories. The AI sucks. I don't really depend on my AI allies much, which actually, interestingly enough, somebody told me that when Canada is defeated, apparently the British get like a huge debuff, which is really, really bad. So yeah, it hurts their manpower real bad, a variety of other things as well. So yeah, that's one benefit of us not having defeated Canada yet, I suppose. Just see here, what do we want to do? I know that we need to upgrade a lot of these light tanks. Obviously, that's needed. Infantry equipment's finally starting to get in a better position now. Let's go ahead and do the light tanks just to get them upgraded, because I'm noticing a lot of them need to upgrade at the moment. So let's do that. Well, we already have a ton of factories going towards light tanks. Never mind. No, we'll do medium tanks, guys. I didn't realize we had that many going towards them. Alright, so we did get some cavalry done. We don't actually need to train these guys up. Let's just throw them into this army now so they can better cover this region here. Oh, that's the wrong army, my bad. It is... Where is our army? What color is that? Is it the brown one? Oh, that's the brown one right there. I'm just blind. Okay. Another thing we need to get is the MPs. And I mean, we won't need as many of these. We could always change these up to cavalry as well once we get the MPs. Okay, well, something to consider. Looks like we finished our national focus, which is going to get us those dockyards, which is going to be extremely handy. And we're not going to go any further. I think we're going to do the air focuses next. Yes. Extend the line. What's this do here? Okay. So hopefully we don't have to fall back to that. And we'll just have to see. We could also work on getting the civilian factories and infrastructure. And, of course, getting that steel production would be nice as well. But we're not going to do that. Let's do the air focuses, as I said before. Let's get the air experience. And then, yeah, there's a lot of other great stuff here that's going to be quite helpful as well. Oh, yes, dockyards. Let's go ahead and place the dockyards. We're going to put them into... How many do we have? We have 4 dockyards. Okay. Let's place 1 in the carriers, 1 in the battleships. Oh, wait a minute. I never even built our light cruisers. Well, there you go. That's what we need to do with these. We need to put them in the light cruisers. Let's go like so. We're going to pull back from these a bit. And then also pull back from the battleships and carriers just a little bit. Just try and get those light cruisers building up, because we want some of those. I think that's probably fine. All right, excellent. And then we should probably also start building a bit more convoys. We do not have the convoys that we need at the moment. We also have a dockyard shortage and a surplus of tungsten, so we'll just be trading factories here. And tungsten. Don't need as much. All right, excellent. Still short 1 oil, but I'm not going to trade for it. Nice. We finished up these here, and that means we're good for planes right now. We're really starting to get stuff done, guys. Quite happy with that. It's still firmly in 1942. Could do the radars. I don't think we actually built our radars up just yet, have we? No, we haven't. All right, so there's no point in getting that just yet. Let's do... We really need to get these naval doctrines going. I'm pretty worried about the naval war with the Germans. I think it's not going to go... I think it's going to be a rough fight. So yeah, getting some bonuses there would probably be nice. We just got the light cruisers. Let's get that. And outdated equipment. Get the carrier fighters switched up here. That is going to cost us in the oil, unfortunately. And it does look like it's the end of the episode, guys. Ugh. Alright, that sucks. It's having fun, enjoying it. I was really hoping to get to the point where we would be able to... I knew we weren't going to declare war on the Swiss this episode, because it was, you know, however long that was, 100-something days. But I was hoping to get to August here. Well, we're pretty close. Yeah, we're not that far away. Alright, but it is the end of the episode. I can go and place the planes. I said I was going to do that. I'll do that off camera. We'll get up the planes placed. We'll also build up the We'll do this in the next episode. We'll build up all the radar. Should probably build up our air bases here as well. They're kind of tiny. I didn't realize how tiny. Well, I guess we have this one here. Okay, yeah, but down here in the south, we could use another couple levels of airbase. I might build that up. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you leave that like, subscribe to the channel. Remember, we are streaming tonight, so if you care at all for the Jurassic World Evolution game, then come check it out, or just stop by for a little while, just say hello. Hope to see you there, and thanks for watching, guys.